Hi, you guys. Welcome to my channel. So basically, this is going to be a Scorpio love reading. Okay. I first want to talk about like how, you think you need like the big things, but then you actually, go get the simple things, and you actually see that the simple things actually sounds like the big thing. Okay. You spend your whole entire life like going after your twin flame, and then when you actually give it a soulmate, you actually see that like whatever that happens or goes on in twin flame relationship, it's very similar to soulmates. It's not exactly the same, but there is a lot of similarities, and that may be just enough for you. Okay, it may sound the same, it may quack the same, and stuff like that, so forth and so on. Okay, so that could be a sign for you guys here. Okay, I'm hearing I can never be you. Okay, because I was just thinking about like how the I'm like, okay, well, the ex best friend is technically me. Okay, since you are acting like the culture and me. Sometimes I do notice that in her actions a little bit, but if this person is very similar to that, then that may be the same kind of outcome for her if that switch was to happen here. But I heard her saying like, it can never be me again with that whole situation of like, yeah, I admit I did do something here. Now, I see that for some of you guys here, your blessings are dropping here. I don't think they're technically blessings here. I think there is a situation going on where they're impulsive. They're like an Aries. It's like, but I'm drying my feet though. I'm drying my feet, with Aries, but I'm drying my feet. Okay, it's one of those situations where it's like if you guys look elsewhere, you'll actually see that, this delay or this situation isn't what you were supposed to go down. Okay, you weren't supposed to go down this road. Okay, you were supposed to go down a different road. It's basically helping you get back on track here. Okay, so the like the blessings that you guys are losing here in love or just in general here, I do see that these are blessings that are basically once upon a time it was an impulsive blessing here, and I think that these blessings that are taking place for you guys here are just people who or situations who are not able to calm down and relax. Okay, they're so quick to get upset or stand against something here, not really understanding of the full situation here. Okay, I also feel like this is someone who just want to be part of a crowd. I feel like they want to belong here. Most of the time, um, and people like are against certain situations here, or they don't want to rock with you here, it's a sense of it. I notice that it's a sense of belonging that this person's yearning for here. It's an emotional trigger. It's a touchy topic for them here, and so forth and so on. Okay, because if you didn't have all that or you were healed, you wouldn't be, you would stay maybe in the middle or maybe like take a side here, but this side would be like, okay, you literally didn't have anything. Okay, like you literally like had to do what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? If the system won't help you, if your friends won't help you, your families won't help you, then you have to do what you have to do. I will drop all the charges against you. But it's like again, like you have to look like or just seem like, but it also is intent because you may meet the wrong person and this person's like, yeah, it looks like that, but intuitively I don't see that. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys here. But yeah, I noticed that there's some changes happening here. I also noticed with myself, like, there's a lot of like, it's almost like an eruption here. I keep like, getting like connected to just a lot of like confrontation, and I think this is in connection to something, the Great Awakening, the great like something big. It's a big movement that's happening here. Okay, the last time I received this energy is when I was getting money the next day. I know everybody can relate to that here, but I received like $200 the next day. Not randomly, obviously I worked for it, but it was $200, and I was like, all of that for like this little thing, like it's very interesting. So I don't think it's really very much about the quantity. I think it's about the quality. Like, okay, what I had to do around that time. Okay, okay. Um, what else? Yeah, there's a lot of like, I've been tapping into my twin flame a lot here. I have no idea. I've been honestly trying to push him out. Remember, I'm the runner. He's a chaser here, okay? I've been basically trying to push him out here. I think about him sometimes, but I'm just like, I don't want to, because I just don't like the fact that my twin flame, he doesn't really like, he doesn't like, he doesn't gravitate towards me. Like, I just started feeling like he is gravitating towards me, but I don't, I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm traumatized from my ex-boyfriend. It's already bad enough. I gotta deal with, like, the flashes of, like, what happened, the mental abuse, and, like, just the good things, and also, like, the manipulation. Like, it's already bad enough I gotta deal with all that. And then you just, like, well, that's in you. I think I just want to kind of, like, I'll just push you out as long as I can. um, but yeah, so but I'm pretty sure he's a strong trooper here, because what I want, what I desire in a person here, eventually he's going to come to those ways here. Okay, so he's a strong trooper, you know. Yeah, if you guys hear that cracking sound like this, yeah, that's the water just defrosting here. Okay, but I'm hearing also that smile on your face makes it easy to trust you. If they only knew the girl with the tattoo, and I'm hearing that smile on your face, you know. Da, 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 da. I know you wanna break it around. Uh-huh. I'm hearing those, like the background vocals here. Okay, so I'm getting the messages that I've been channeling for you guys here. Those are background vocals here, like an eruption, like, the tectonic plates, just, you know, smacking up against each other or something like that. I don't know if there's any correlation going on with the messages that I'm giving you guys here, but yeah, that's that here. I also wanted to jump on here and say, like, I feel so overwhelmed here. Like, everything is going, like, in my life, like, everything is going, like, well. Like, there's things I don't want to do, but I have to do. But it's just, like, you got to find enjoyment in those things. But, like, it's, like, at the same time, it's, like, I feel like I have so much on my plate energetically. Like, I feel like, I'm just, like I don't, like, people come to me for answers, and I just don't want to let them down, so I always have to stay up, and I not like I can't make a wrong move, but it's just like it's just so much to keep up with, and I think this is why people are like, I don't want to handle responsibility, but I'm not getting to that point. It's just like this is a very impactful time right now, and I do see that I have looks where people, like, where I grew up in, the hood and stuff like that, and also just, like, just other things as well. It's a lot of, like, I want to be something. I want to become something here, and it's just like, if you stop, like, it's just like you drop. Like, it's not the attention, but you feel like you failed, because that people are, like, following you, or they're, like, looking to you for blueprints here, because they want to make it somewhere as well, you know. So there's that going on here. Yeah, I'm just taking out, like, stuff on it. But anywho's, let's get into the read here. I keep hearing those. That smile on your face makes it easy and trust you. Guys, I love the song. Swear I couldn't take my eyes off you, right? Just give me that. Yeah. Right, that's how it's supposed to be. No, it was you, but we're trying to just using me. No, what did I say? Just don't fit for me. See no drama. It'll make sense to my guts and your lies out, your lies out. You win and you win and you win, so and just don't break my heart, 'cause I'm perfect, yeah. And I went to your clear, right? I'm going out of my mind, and I'm just trying to tell you I can't be without you. We feel the fire tonight, our cries, right? I can't be without you. Swear, right? It was swear, 'cause my eyes off you. Anywho's, but yeah. And then, all day today, I was thinking of that song, Incess, Incess. So it was like, I was like, do the wall for me. Some smart, kind funny. Yeah, yeah. We don't know. We don't talk about Bruno. Mm. Obsessed, obsessed. Watching about the coat with the fast. Told you incest, incest. Incest, incest. To the wall for me. Something funny. Like, it's just like, oh, God. I was like, I'm in love with you. What the he did with you? I'm your stalker. Call it crazy deja vu. Little did you know I was all alone. You're a piece of hoe. Stole you from my bro. Call it teasing, hold me that you love is if that don't mean it. Didn't I tell you? Wouldn't I tell you? Beat that ass every time I get him. Motherfucker, I'm obsessed with you. Trying to get with you. Yeah, yeah. He don't know. We don't talk about Bruno. Often make you feel beautiful. Bitch, I'm obsessed, obsessed. Found out he's getting you. Your daddy say he never loved you. Like, it's going on and on. It's so cute. Girl, you're incest, incest. Do the wall for me. So I'm funny. Yo, bro. It's just like, that's crazy, bro. Like, it's just like, it's just crazy, bro. I'm drinking something. Like, let me tell you the beginning, bro. Let me tell you the beginning, okay? Kijan relay, relay, right? Kijan, Kijan relay. Hold on, let me just explain this to you, bro. Cause when I wrote this song, bro, I was like, this is real deep. I was like, what is going on, bro? He said, so it goes, do the wall for me. And it says, motherfucker, just stay with me. Bitch, I'm horny, but I ain't no dummy. And then it goes, I love you, I love you, I love you, I'll chase you down. Yeah, I'll obsess. I'll take you down with me, right? I'll take you down with me. Yeah, I'll get grimy. That's why I'm phony. That's why your mama likes me. Yeah, that bitch phony. I did her grimy. I fucked her hypey. Yeah, your pop's fool. You know he could get it too. Motherfucker, I'm obsessed with you. Yeah, that nigga trying to get with you. Yeah, I fucked you. That's right, use your imagination. Motherfuckers obsessed, I'm blessed, right? So, basically, there was a whole story basically going on where, like, he was with the girl, obviously, or he was with the guy, but he was with the girl, and he likes to have sex. Scorpio. This is definitely definitely your energy, right? For some of you guys, he likes to have sex with her. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, something's feeling funny here, because you know how some people, when we have sex with people, you're like, oh, you moving funny, like you moving like you think about another guy, or you don't really want to have sex a lot, and we've been having sex a lot. So what's your issue? That was my story. Once upon a time, you know what I'm saying? He didn't want to have sex a lot, so I was like, what's his issue? Like, what's going on? Just domestic violence and everything. Went back to the job. I was like, oh, so I'm like, so could it be possibly like, when we be having sex? I mean, I don't feel it, so I mean, like, you whack, nigga. Just saying. But anyways, God don't like ugly, bro. Okay, but anyways, I mean, also, I think this is a good topic too to talk about, because he kept saying Shorty reminds her of his mom, and I'm like, well, I damn sure ain't think about my father. I ain't attracted to my father like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have our little, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not like that, bro. Like, I never, if you know what I'm trying to, I never, bro. Like, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, I'm not attracted. I'm not doing. Not my mom. I'm good, bro. I mean, I think she got a nice body. I feel like she got a beautiful body, bro. And I feel like, masculine, like but I'm just like, I'm not going to do all that, bro. You know? But anywho's, you know what I'm saying? So basically, he was dating this girl. You know what I'm saying? She was moving funny. And he's like, you know what, like I really like you. Basically, when he's like, I'll take you down with me, you know, I'll get grimy. That's right, I'm phony. So he's like, you know, like saying like, you know, I'm never gonna hurt you, this and that, third. Meanwhile, she's like, okay, yeah, I'm taking you for face value here, but he's like, I never said like if you hurt me, I ain't gonna cross you and be phony and shit like that, right? You know, sorry, language. You know, I keep hearing language, right? But you know, I never said I was gonna. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna cross you. I'm gonna really show you something. Yeah, I'm gonna show you hospitality. You know. So then he goes like, you know, all clearly when he's like, that's why your mama likes me. That bitch phony. I did her grimy. I fucked her right B. So when I wrote that, I fucked you her right B. It's like she likes that he's like sketchy. She likes that he's phony and he's like, you know, he's vindictive. You know what I'm saying? And he also goes into like, you know, the story of like he noticed that her father at the time he wanted to have sex with her, and you know the father was like was always getting tight here. He was just like, you know, obviously like yeah he goes into saying like, yeah, your apostle, you know, he could get it too, that nigga trying to get with you, yeah, I fucked you. So he's like, I got her first, I got you first, you know what I'm saying, so forth and so on. And then he just says, oh, I'm blessed here, you know what I'm saying, to say like, you know, I got you, and that's your daughter, so you can't do nothing with your daughter, you know what I'm saying. Kind of sounds like, you know, some. I ain't saying that's what it is, but it kind of sounds like some, right? Honestly, when I wrote this, I had no, like, I was not thinking in the mindset of that. I was just thinking about like a guy, and it's just words, like words are just coming out, you know. So then he goes, I'm in love with you. What the fuck he did with you? I'm your stalker. Call it crazy deja vu. Little did you know I was on the low. You're a piece of hoe. Stole you from my bro. Call it tease it, hold it, squeeze it. True love is your dad, don't mean it. Didn't I tell you? Wouldn't I tell you? Beat that ass every time I get it. Okay, so basically this part is just saying like, obviously, like, you know, he's saying I'm in love with you, right? And he's like, if you feel some type of way, you know, it should be familiar because your father used to do it the same way as well. Call it crazy deja vu, right? So I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? And then, you know, I'm just breaking it down for anybody who may not know. Okay, then he's like, you know, apparently, I guess how he got with her is by his friend, you know. So I don't, but I think with that line, I think it was saying like, you know, they were talking, but they weren't dating. Okay, it kind of sounds like that. Again, I just like just write down what I just feel. I don't really try to make sense of it. And so then we get into like this pre-chorus or pre-chorus where he's like, you know, you can say whatever you want to say. So I guess he is insinuating like, oh, you know, like, you know, I tease you about like your father and, you know, like, you know, what he does with you, how you a hoe and stuff like that. And but it's like, you know, when he tries to understand it and he tries to get answers from her, you know, she's trying to like come at him, so beat that ass every time I get it. So every time he gets it, you know, every time he gets it or he gets close to the truth, she starts like acting out and stuff like that. And then they go dun 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 dun, motherfucker, I'm obsessed with you. I'm really trying to get with you. Yeah, yeah, he don't know. We don't talk about Bruno. I hope it make you feel beautiful. Bitch, I'm obsessed, right? So this is about basically, obviously, you know, he's saying I'm obsessed with you, like I really love you. He has deep feelings for her, you know, and you know, yeah, he don't know. We don't talk about Bruno. So you know, if you watch the, you know, El Cante or something like that, Bruno, we don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. And then I included I hope I make you feel beautiful from Bruno, not from Bruno Mars, from Maroon 5. Okay. I forgot where I got that song, that line from, but I think I just made that up. But I was thinking about like Maroon 5. You know what I'm saying? So we don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. I hope I make you feel beautiful. So basically, we don't talk about Bruno is basically like, you know, when they have sex, they think about, I guess, to make her feel better, they think about like her father or they think about other people. But obviously, when I was writing it and it just came out and it was making sense, I was like, oh, that's basically saying like we don't talk about Bruno. Is basically like we don't talk about like, you know, because he could foresee things, foresee events here. It was our wedding day and there wasn't a cloud in the sky, right? He said it was gonna rain, but it wasn't a cloud in the sky, and then it rained, you know. So so basically like But I wasn't talking about that. I wasn't talking about foresight. It's just basically like, they have sex in the bedroom with, like, thinking about the father, you know what I'm saying? But they don't talk about that. Like, they don't talk about that to other people, and he's basically not talking about that to other people until he wrote this song, you know what I'm saying? And then he said, I hope I make you feel beautiful, which is insinuating, like, okay, I understand, like, we bring him in a relationship, we bring him in a sex relationship so that way you can feel good about yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an insecurity on her side, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like, bitch, obsessed, obsessed. So this is talking about, like, not obsessed. It's like, I'm obsessed with you in love. It gets a little bit more complex here. It's like, killing two birds with one stone. That's what it kind of sounds like. So he's like, bitch, obsessed, obsessed. Like, he's like, I'm obsessed because it's like, I thought I hit all the parts. I thought like, what happened? And now I'm obsessed. I'm in love with you here. And it's like, okay, cool. So then he's like, I found out he's screwing you. Your daddy saying, he's a, okay, he said, I found out, he's like, bitch, obsessed, obsessed. I found out he's screwing you. Your daddy said he never loving you. So, who's screwing you? I'm obsessed, obsessed. Watch me brought the coat with the fez. Motherfuckers obsessed, obsessed. Told you obsessed, obsessed. Do the wall for me. Something's kinda smelling funny. Yeah, yeah, we don't know. We don't talk about Bruno. Obsessed, obsessed. Watch me put the code with the fast. Motherfuckers obsessed, obsessed. Told you incest, right? I just love the part when he's like, do the walk for me. It's kind of like, it's kind of like, I know you want to brave Toronto down. And then nice guy, right? And you could just see, like, the girl with the, like, her little bag, and she's just like walking real fast, like Prada, you know what I'm saying? She's just like, so good, same as the girl. And then you wanna pray, and then you wanna pray for Toronto. Like, it's fire, bro. It's fire, bro. Like, that whole situation, that whole little vibe is just like, walking down the street with her little purse, like, like, little thing. It's like for females too. You like girls or you like guys. It's just like, yo, I know you want to pray with your partner. Like, that's how the vibe is. Like, it's just like crazy, man. It's just like one of those, shorty wow with that extra deep, bro. Like, I gotta hand it to you though. You just, you know what I'm saying? But with the when he's like so he obviously he's like, I found out he's screwing you. So basically, like, this is definitely more raw. It's like, okay, well, they did have sex. Okay, there was something going on, but then when he confronted the dad, he was like, no, we're not having sex and stuff like that. So he's like, so if he's not having sex with you, so who's having sex with you? So obviously he found out, he sees from her, like, okay, somebody having sex with you. I don't know when I wrote this, like, when I wrote this, I was not thinking, again, it's just words. Like, if one day, if I'm making a song with somebody, or I'm just like doing something on spot, like, it's not gonna make sense. Like, even when I was writing this, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. But then when I started, like, writing, I just started, like, saying random things, like, it all came out real clear. Like, I was like, oh, and then this, I was like, oh. But I was like, this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? So obviously when he's saying, so who's screwing you? Because obviously, I don't know how he found out, but he found out that the dad was having sex with her. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't know how he knows, because I mean, obviously, like, the person that's telling you, like, oh, he had sex with the dad, obviously wouldn't that be proof? But in this case, it's like, no, he found, I guess I'm interpreting it as, like, he found out on his own, like, intuitively, like, or just seeing the signs, synchronicities. Like, okay, for example, if he was dating her and her father was there, and the father was like, well, I'm gonna go in the back room, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and it took like 10 minutes or something like that. True story. I mean, not true story, but, like, there was a situation where it's like, I was sleeping, bro. My ex-boyfriend, he in the bathroom mad long, bro. I'm like, yo, what is this nigga doing? I woke up, like, asking, like, I was woke up out of my fucking sleep, and I was like, yo, what is going on? Like, I could feel this shit in my fucking sleep. That's how you know. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? And me and his, I felt like intuitively, we don't talk about Bruno, you know. My nipples is getting hard, bro. But I'm not aroused. I'm just, like, getting chilly. Like, like, nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting, like, insecure butterflies in my stomach. That's how you know, like, I feel like little, and that's just like, you know, and the last time I felt that way is when I was in a situation and they was doing something nasty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is uncomfortable. Like, it's not even uncomfortable. It's just like, I don't think I should, like, you know, be seeing this or be here or something like that. That seems like that's not even my territory. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know. So I'm just like waking up out of my sleep, bro. And you know, like, this is an intuitive moment. Like, I woke out of my sleep, something told me to get up. Like, I literally heard a voice, or I had a feeling or something like that. I don't remember, but I remember, like, it was very, like, a presence was there telling me to get up. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe this was grandmother, because I'm not gonna lie, like, when I got up, you know, his grandmother and me was like on the same vibe of like, what the fuck is he doing in the bathroom so long? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is the dude like masturbating? But I'm like, when you masturbating, it's a different feeling, but this one felt different. I was like, what are you doing? Like, are you thinking about, I was tapping into a situation too. I was tapping, like, I was like, are you like masturbating to your, like, to the ex-best friend? Like, you know, it's all good and everything, like, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, is this about your mom? Like, are you doing shit with your mom and shit like that? Are y'all like, it was just real weird. I was no way, bro. I was like, when I got up and I was like, hello, like, I was like, I didn't say hello like that, but I was like, hello, like, is everything okay? Like, I was like, you know, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. I said that shit mad loud because I was like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, I know you ain't being like, oh, you know, like, nigga, no. And he was like, oh, you know, I was like, I woke up and, you know, like, you weren't there. Like, you know, is everything okay? Like, you were in the bathroom for a very long time. I was really upset because I was like, are you doing some shit that I don't like? Like, what the fuck? That shit is weird. I'm like, come on, bro. Sure, they came out the shower too one time, like all sexual and shit like that. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what is up with you? It happened one time since I was there, bro. And I'm like, you know, incest, you know, it comes in many different shapes and times, you know? But it's just, that was like not the fuck yet. Because every time his mom kept talking to him and shit like that and stuff like that, I'm sorry, as I could say it. I'm going through the situation. I'm going through the safe phase, you know, where I used to curse. I can't curse now. I guess I'm like a cleanse. Like, it's like church every day for me. You know, but, excuse me. You know, I feel like kids is watching us too, because kids is like, you know what, we on the same page, because, you know, mommy and daddy, we starting to think them things are side chicks, bro, because I feel like I'm a main kid. I'm a main kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, God bless them with a main child, you know, and they don't just see that, you know what I'm saying? So, if you watching, hey, like, you know, let's pretend you ain't there, okay? But maybe this is actually make you're mentally mature, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to take advantage of that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like somebody's parents like, that's a fuck kid, but I'm like, maybe you should be actually teaching them this. If they're actually going to other things here, you should be teaching them this. You know what I'm saying? They should be recognizing this. And if you don't know, then this is your time to start like acting that way. And if you don't know, then of course they're gonna go out and, you know, go find things like this. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what their soul is calling them. The soul is calling them, hey, act your age. Okay, act your age, but, like, you know, understand your soul. Okay, the true story. I feel like his grandmother, you know, she was also on the same vibe. Like, what is he doing in the bathroom so long? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with him? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe she wasn't thinking about it, but I felt hardcore. Like, her energy was like, what is he doing? Like, I felt her energy just as strong as mine when I just got up from the bed too. You know, and I was like, are you like texting your mother or something like that? Because if you are, I could feel that shit from like from all the way in the other room. Like, y'all being sexual with each other, some shit like that, bro. And I was like, I never used to feel this shit when I was here. I mean, when I was away from you. I'm like, bro, like, what's up with you? I'm like, now that I'm here, y'all more fucking aroused and shit like that. The fuck? I was like, get the fuck out my face, bro. The fuck, bro? I'm like, yo, them niggas is weird, bro. Like, I'm like, you know, incest is illegal and shit like that and all, but it's like, you know, I mean, if you're having a baby with somebody and everything, I think that's where it's illegal. But like, having sex with your person, like, I don't think that's illegal. You know what I'm saying? But it's illegal to have sex and have a baby. You know. But if that's your religion, if that's your practice, then do. But I don't widely accept that. So, but it's just, you know, different shapes and size and time. Okay, it's like dimensions. Okay, but that was like true story right here. So I mean, you know, I don't know, still to this day, bro. I was like, yo, what is he doing in that bathroom that long, bro? Because he been in the bathroom for a very long time the other times that I was staying at his house, bro, and it was not that vibe, bro. I was like, that shit's different. I'm like, that shit different, bro. And then what you gonna say, like, oh, I wasn't doing anything wrong. So I'm like, why did I feel that way? I must be in my fucking head all the fucking time when he be saying, oh no, oh no. Like, I'm like, bro, it sounds like, I'm just going crazy at this point. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, then what's true and what's not true? Because what you gonna deny everything? Because if I was a record of everything that I said to you, bro, what you gonna say? No, 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 no. Then thank God for probability, bro, for real. And just like, oh my God, bro. And this dude, bro, I feel like people are like, I'm not getting back with him, bro. Like, his mom, bro, I'm just like, I'm good, bro. I was like, because it's like, you don't gotta have a good relationship with your mom, bro, but it's like, you didn't even, like, try to break the cycle. I'm like, Shorty didn't even hold you down, bro. Like, I'm like, she didn't hold you down mentally. She didn't do all you said that she did was like put clothes on your back, which I was starting to buy your clothes and at the end, towards the end. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, she was not feeding you. She was feeding you every so often here, but that was like to she's in a good mood or just being nice. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's like, you gotta work and you feed yourself. She gave a roof over your head, as you said, and I'm like, she was not holding you down, buddy. She put money in your pocket. I feel like that's someone who is just a provider. They have no love, and I'm like, you had that and more with me, buddy. And there's no way you're gonna get back with somebody and just like, boy, that's like me leaving like my job or like leaving something, and it's like, no, I know there's a quality of this, you know, this job here or this person here. I mean, it's very different. It's avioso. Like, I've never had anything like this before. So I'm gonna fucking act right, I'm gonna do what they say, and I'm gonna be open minded. You know what I'm saying? But you're just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna do this all to you. You could have not been in that you couldn't have been in a tug of war with me that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you decided to go cross over and take the dark side, and then you were like, okay, let me gamble because you're a really nice person. I'm like, there's no fucking way, ever. There's no fucking way. Your gambling was not okay. And even if somebody was a nice person, like, no. I mean, what I wanted to say, even if this person's a nice person, you're really gonna like to manipulate them. That says a lot. Let you be manipulated now, because now that you met, like, because this is what usually happens when you meet a person and you haven't finished that cycle. Like, I'm still meeting people who are like my ex-boyfriend, like, I haven't finished a cycle. That means I need to understand something about him, you know. One of my things is like, I can't, like, I thought just making him feel like a man was important here, but no, I had to realize that, he, like, stopped pushing him, stop making it seem like, he don't know shit, understand to, like, stop pushing and understand to know when to push and when not to push, okay? Like, let him be him, because he's like, and I'm like, you can push, but, like, he's not ready. And that's something that I had to, like, it's like I had to leave the relationship with that kind of mindset, not the last thing me seeing is him being abusive towards me. Like, understand the lesson, understand with him, you can't, or people like him, you can't push him. Like, on my twin flame, he's like, he's not exactly like my ex-boyfriend, but he is a lot like him. Like, he acts like him, you know what I'm saying? And I have to understand that I can't push him. I saw that, he needed to work on something, and I did push him, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I'm gonna back off, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, I don't want him to be abusive. I don't want him to, have like a situation like with my soulmate, you know what I'm saying? So that was my lesson, and that's the last thing that I need to, that's the last thing that I need to leave on my mindset. You know what I'm saying? But I do notice that, when I did meet like these other guys, they were not like my ex-boyfriend. They were actually a lot like somebody else that I knew, you know. And but it definitely felt like they were the right one. And then I started to notice that they were, you know, becoming like my ex-boyfriend. So I was pushing them a little too much, so I just kind of had to let them be. But that's what the incest song is about, you know. So, this person could be seeing something like that. So it's interesting, but I was singing this today here, and I think the moon is in the Sagittarius here. You know what I'm saying? Sagittarius and the sun is in Virgo here. You know, Do the war for me. Sun's my company. Yeah, yeah. We don't know. We don't talk about Bruno. Like, we don't know. We don't talk about Bruno. Is basically like, we don't know. We don't make music like this. We don't talk about this. Excuse me. Like Demi Lovato, she made a song and it's called 29. Like, basically, it's basically about, like, like underage, overage. You know what I'm saying? They get to, like, it's not supposed, there's a taboo, like, we don't talk about Bruno. Like, that's what that's about, you know so that was a very interesting, I think it's something to talk about here. So basically, somebody's gonna get caught with all that, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, maybe the truth comes out here. Yeah, we have the high priestess in the present moment. Use your intuition hand. This is correct. In the present moment, you guys could be like, the why somebody got caught here, okay? Or you guys can be the reason. Like, you just have a feeling that maybe things, like, I feel like, remember I came on the vid and I was like, oh, I feel like, there's something that's like, I feel like I have a lot on my plate here. Like, I can't really, like, relax or something like that. With the high priestess here, I do feel like this is saying, like, this is the high priestess energy. Like, you guys are feeling things intuitively, like you guys can't break here. There's also going to be like a breakthrough here with the high priestess here. Because this is also about, like, people's intuitions are, like, are up. It's awake. It's clean now. It's like, even though there's no facts here, I can sense intuitively that, things like things may be correct here. Okay, I also see the letter J. Okay, so the J is actually lighting up here. The J is actually the dark side, and the B is actually the dark. The J is actually the light side, and the B is actually the dark side here. But they keep showing me like the gray pillar here, the pillar. So we have the strength card here. So right now, I see that, like, your energy or your lover's energy or the situation that I'm talking about here, or a situation that you guys want to know, it's very strong right now. It's being tamed, okay? And I do see that there is something that someone's about to pick up, or a situation is about to pick up here with the Page of Pentacles. So remember this High Priestess here? There's no facts here, but, something's telling me that you may be right about the incest here, or something's telling me that, you know, like, you can't stop moving towards a certain direction here, because you guys are about to get an opportunity here to, be an influencer here, okay? We also have the Ace of Cups here. So I do feel like, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse here and the Ace of Cups here, this is correct. Like, you guys are right. There is incest happening. There is incest happening with these two people here, okay? I also am picking up an energy where it's like, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse here and the Ace of Cups in reverse here, when they're in reverse here, I take it as like the beginning, okay? But this is actually telling me like something's a no right now. Something's like a hard no, like, no, I'm not, I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. But then as over time, like, something becomes like, it's developing. I mean, the Ace of Cups and the Page of Pentacles is here. So that doesn't mean that, like, it doesn't exist. No, it exists. And maybe there were like seeds, right? But this right here is basically saying that it's here. Intuitively, there's no facts here. But intuitively, what you guys are sensing is that thing that's underneath. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like some people are like, oh, maybe you like the cousin. I'm like, I didn't like the cousin. I didn't like the cousin. I promise you. Like that. And I don't think he liked me like that either, bro. I think it was just like an infatuation or something like that. Like, it was just really cool, bro. I mean, it's very strong, but to me, it felt like it was a friend thing. To him, probably wasn't. Probably was like a friend thing. It was just like, whatever. Some people, they just play around, and it just be really strong. They be trying to test out their intuitive powers. I feel like that was like, that's when we were young. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have the Two of Cups in reverse here. Listen, I'm telling you guys here, You have the Ten of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So this right now is telling me like, okay, the High Priestess is saying like, okay, yeah, these people are not having incest here, or yeah, like, you know, you, or whatever. If it's not incest here, I'm just saying incest because we were talking about it. But if there's not, if this is not like, this is incest, right? But it's not like, there's a lot of failed attempts with the Ten of Swords here. So it's been attempted, like shorty coming out the shower sexually and also being in that bathroom for a very long time. You know, it's been attempted, but it's been a lot of failed attempts. Okay, with the Ten of Swords here. It's like, okay, well, I just came out the shower, or I just came out this, I just came out that. Like, you know, you're not gonna like at least be like, oh, you know, I gotta go to the kitchen for a little bit, or, you know, I gotta go talk to my mom. Hey, ma, you know what I'm saying? While she's in her towel. You know what I'm saying? Wait, the fuck? You know, it's one of those situations. But it's been a lot of failed attempts. Instead, you just stood there and just like, okay, well, you know, I don't know what to really do about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like on both parties here. Um, so, yeah. Yeah, but with the Two of Pentacles here, it's like somebody's going back and forth. If this is not incest, this is something about like, you know, basically like something has been developing, you know, and it's like both of you guys keep like kind of shotting each other down here. It's like we like each other, but it hasn't, it's been hinted at, but it's like we're not doing something to like say, hey, I really like you and I do notice that you're the one for me. Okay, what the Ace of Cups is saying here, this is different from like, you know, just a cup. It's like you're the one, like you're my possibly wife, you're my husband here. Or like in my ex-boyfriend situation and his mom, it's like you're the reason why I want to have children and start a generation of incest. You know, like the fuck, that's so weird. I can never understand that, and I don't think I ever want to. Like it's like I don't think I ever want to here, because I'm like, who the fuck can be so attractive? You know, I'm honestly, I feel like it's like low. I don't know. Like I feel like it's people who are in a really shitty place, and they don't love like I don't know, like, because the way how I saw it as like you're really hurt, you're really damaged, and it's not even your mom, like it's you, like you're really damaged, like you really can't. It's not like you want an older woman because his mom is not that smart. You just want a woman who's just like easy to give it up, and I think that's why you like the ex best friend. Like this person has no morals, no values here. They're your mom. You understand what that means. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you have sex with them or like do all these things with them like as if they're your girlfriend. They're not your girlfriend. That's why there's a word girlfriend and then there's a word of mom. There are two different things. I birthed you. The girlfriend did not birth you. Some people, they believe it's like, well, if I birth you, then I can have sex with you. Yeah, you know what? You can. But it's like when you go far, you know, and you have sex with them and you have a baby, you see that the baby has Down syndrome. Or so that means that you're not supposed to be going that way. You guys are too closely related. That means there needs to be 6 feet. You need to be 6 feet apart. With a girlfriend, you don't have to do that. That means that you can go that direction. And that's why I probably don't feel like that incest stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel sexual with your parents sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. But I think you're not supposed to like, you know, I don't think you're supposed to feel that. But it's like, you know, obviously that's why I said don't be having sex. I mean, don't be having kids at a young age. It's like you need to understand like you need to understand energy. You need to understand how you should be feeling, how you shouldn't be feeling. And if you want to go in a certain direction here. I guess that relationship that they built was like an incest. It was a blueprint incest, you know? But with this energy here, this definitely feels like a lot of failed attempts here. And both of you guys are thinking about like, okay, well, did I fail really that bad? Like, did I really do this? Did I really do that? My family is just law. My family is just law. You know what I'm saying? We on the grid. We but that one was different. That one's very sexual. Like that's just things. It kind of reminds me of, like not even the Vikings, but it kind of reminds me of like you know, I don't know. Like it reminds me of like ancient, not that ancient, like almost like not sounding more like the Mayans. No shade, but it's like it kind of is connected to like the Mayans. I know the Mayans used to like kill people on certain days, rituals and stuff like that. You know, like but it's not Mayans though, because it's something like close to Mayans. The Sumerians. Okay, it could be the Sumerians or something like that. Yeah, they tell me to pull out. Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands here. Okay, with the Ace of Wands is like that's a bit. I'm about to go look this up here, and Scotland. With the Ace of Wands here, I guess someone figured it out with the Ace of Wands here. It's like I got a big idea. Like I'm very attracted to like something now. Sumerians, they kind of remind me of the Renaissance. Okay, the Sumerians, but they got wiped out by a flood, I believe, from what I can remember. Okay, or maybe it was a war. But I think when I was learning about the Sumerians here, I think they compared it like to the Renaissance. I think this was also around a time where they had a lot of different villages, a lot of different cities here, but the Sumerians were very popular. I'm not too sure. Do not take my word for it. Okay, go look up the Sumerians here. Um, but I know this feels very closely related to the Sumerian style, not the Antiques or the Mayans here. It's a little hinted, but the Sumerians feel like this is that style, you know. So we have from scratch here, like something's been starting since day. This is not good, bro. This is one of those situations where it's like social services need to be up in this joint here, because it's like from a little girl, from a little boy, mommy and daddy was like doing some things that they shouldn't have done with you, or thinking about these things that they shouldn't have done with you here, from scratch here. It wasn't developing, but since you're in somebody's intuition is like, like my intuition, I can't drop something here. Like, remember I was saying, like, oh, you know, that shower scene with the ex-best friend and the ex-boyfriend? You know, like, why they keep telling me about the couch when I was sleeping in his mom's bed and they were in the kid living room? Why they keep telling me to think about that? A lot of the situations that happened to me, it was close, but honestly, I just needed for it to be close in order for me to wake up and realize I don't need to be going through it again. I never want to be drugged across the living room floor. I don't ever want to go through a situation with the ex best friend, because I was just I was really nice, and I'm like, these motherfuckers just don't see that I'm really nice, and I'm not acting dumb. But like, you know, if I do come across a situation like that, I'm not talking anymore. I'm not saying it. I'm gonna say it to you 3 times or 2 times here, but I'm not talking anymore. I'm just gonna punch you in your face, bro. It's disrespectful. I'm like, what are you not getting? Or I'm gonna just say, if I'm not a violent person here, but if you're not like that, then I mean, if you're not like, if I don't, like, I don't ever hit people. You know what I'm saying? Um, but you know, I'm gonna just say, get out, like, just leave. You know, like I told that ex-best friend, I'm like, I don't think we're working out. I just said, have a nice life. Really, have a nice life. Have a good one. Never talk to her again. Like, ever. Like, no. Wasn't even a thought of. And I was just like, I remember just waking up the next day and I'm like, I'm so happy, because I don't feel like I have like this weight on my sleeve. Like, I don't feel heavy anymore. You know, like, not to say she was a burden here, but it just felt like one of those situations where it's like, you know, if you go into this like situation, you know, like, something's just not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what is your problem? Why do I keep feeling like this, bro? Like, why am I not enjoying your presence here? Or, you know what I'm saying? And plus, I didn't really connect, because I'm like, we just don't really connect. Like, you connect more with my ex-boyfriend here. You're his friend, not mine. That's what I told my ex-boyfriend, too. I'm like, I feel like she's more your friends here. And I felt kind of jealous here, but it was more of like, I'm jealous because, like, I'm tired of meeting people where I don't connect with them. They connect with you. It's fucking annoying, bro. But then when I went to college here, and he picked my own college here, when I went to college here, I felt like I connected with the people. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I connected with his friends, you know, because they have morals, they have walls. He didn't. And I think that was the difference here. He has no respect for himself. Like, do you not hear what we're talking about here? I'm all, like I said, for, you know, I support anybody, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, there's a time and place, you know what I'm saying? And that right there, that's just like, it's forgiven, but it's like, that's not forgotten. That's going to go down in history. That would never, ever, don't you ever think about getting back with me. It's not even just about like the nasty things, but it's just like, don't you ever. You have no respect for yourself, you have no respect for other people, and you have no respect for your mom. That bleeds into your relationship. Ever. I don't even care if you're like, oh, I got better. Ever. It's disgusting. And the fact that you and your mom and your family just let that shit keep happening, keep festering. You're in your 20s, bro. You're older than me. That's a damn shame. That's when they be like, oh, you know, how this little person got it together before you. That is not shameful. It is what it is. But it's like, I feel like I'm more shameful when it's like bad behavior. It's like, come on, man. Like, you know better, but you just don't want to do it because you want to be a bad girl. Or you lonely because you don't got a man. You need a dick in your pussy real quick. I'm just like, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy, bro. The talk of the town. They say I'm the best, you know? So it was like, I'm not a robot. You know, it's the you gotta put the chicken noodle soup, water soda on the side, instrumental. You know, you gotta be like, I'm not a robot. I have feelings, so you know what, don't stop. So take a look at my day and age, you know it's fame. And if you know my name, you know it's part of the game. You know I'm part of the game, but some people do know me. What? The young must think I'm a dummy, huh? Cause I'm so nice, rocking with the fresh ice. When you rocking with them nasty lice, fleas, anything. That's all disease. I can't believe your energy still follows me, but I got them scared. I got them all scared, yeah. And you watch it from my toes to my head. It's funny, man. I was so scared, I was so scared, yeah. I even cared when the cause wasn't fair, yeah. And wishing and praying exposure be the same. But all you gotta say, I'm humble account. What? Track records, all keeps data. And what I'm saying is don't be a player. They might trade you for the card you played yourself. You made yourself. Exposure did amazing. Wow, it made me proud. Now I don't frown. It's funny, bro. Living large. This is what it is. Living large. 25. Living large here. We have solar power here. Listen, I don't know what's going on here. If you are encountering about a guy, if this is an incest situation here, for some of you guys, you may be like, okay, it's not me. It may not be incest for you guys. It may be one of those situations where it's favoritism, okay? But something is not getting off the ground because someone is not understanding, like, okay, if I'm going towards you all the time, or if I gave you this, then this is your time to, like, you know, hit on me and stuff like that. It's not, it's not working. Oh, that's easy. It's not working. You know what I'm saying? Um, excuse me. Yeah. So, excuse me. I'm drinking tada. But yeah, like if that's y'all situation here, it's just not being reciprocated here. Now what's gonna happen here is with the Ace of Wands here, there's gonna be this great idea where it's gonna be like, okay, it's very clear that, you know, hmm, you know what, you guys, this is kind of very interesting here. So I think this is actually true here. I think it actually came true today, you know, with the Ace of Wands here. Um, there could be a situation. Well, the Ace of Wands, it talks about a great idea, like someone following a lead. Okay, so something's very clear, like, okay, maybe you guys have been doing something all this time, and then something pops up or something shows you or tells you that, hey, you're doing something wrong. For this situation, I feel like this is a situation where you guys are, you know, you and this person, they like you, you and this person, you guys like each other, but something hasn't been, clear. Now maybe you got a message today, or maybe you guys are gonna get a message like maybe 25 there, or maybe 25 on the 25th, or maybe on the 6th, that you know you guys both know how to interact with each other. You know what I'm saying? You guys both know how to interact with each other here. This makes a lot of sense here with living large here. So basically, you guys are going to get your wish here. So if you guys like somebody, this person's going to reciprocate something, or something's going to be a clear indication of like, I don't like you here. I don't want to be with you here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hmm. I'm hearing do the walk with me. And so you know how I was saying, like, maybe you guys have been thinking about, like, I'm hearing right time. Maybe you guys have been thinking about, like, oh, why would he leave her, or why would he do something like this to her, or what's his side of the story. I think maybe you guys got your answer here, that maybe it was an incest thing going on with the ex-best friend and the ex-boyfriend here. 1205 could be a sign for you guys here, or an angel number for you guys here, because with the Ace of Wands here, this is kind of telling me like something already happened, like this already happened, or this seed, excuse me, this seed or your answer has already been answered already. Like you guys could should have got a clear message that, oh, don't do something, or don't, or you're doing something and it's very closely related, like you're gonna get a sign here. It's not something where you're gonna be like, well, I don't understand. Like, for example, if you're sitting on the couch with your man or your girlfriend and they keep always leaving the couch or something like that, it's very clear that this person, they're not really vibing with you. Like, you've been trying to force it, they're not really vibing with you. It's like, it's very clear because you keep doing it over and over and over again. Also, for some of you guys also have to figure out, like, maybe why something's happening here, because it could be a situation where it's like, okay, I feel like you're not motivating me. You're not motivating me to be the best that I can. You know what I'm saying? The Ace of Wands also talks about like attraction. Maybe today you guys really got like, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe on the 6th or the 25th, and maybe there was something that really sparked something about you and this person's connection here. Like, for example, like with the ex-best friend and the ex-boyfriend here and his mom, they weren't all in one room here, but it definitely, like, maybe I'm thinking too, like, could it have been an incest thing? Maybe that's why all this situation happened here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, okay, because this honestly feels like intuitively here, like this is part of the answer. And it's very, very interesting here. I also had to talk today too about something. I'm like, very interesting here. And then I'm doing this read, I'm just like, oh, so you get, like, this is the answer here. It's something to think about, food for thought. You know what I'm saying? Something to think about for real, you guys here. Um, but like, should be good news here. If you're thinking about wanting to marry this person or be in a relationship with this person, you guys already have like an idea like how the relationship is going to be. Okay? So everything's a seed here, but you guys are getting the answer, no doubt, what is going on and what you guys should change or keep. But I think you guys are right about this incest here, or like, you know, about someone here. There was incest, or there was something going on here from scratch, from day one here. Or if it's not incest, from day one, from scratch here, you guys sense something about two people, or maybe with you and this individual here. You are right. So now you guys need to change something up, keep something here, and that's pretty much it.